So first give a very brief introduction about your company, please.
Sure. So Commscope is a worldwide leader and innovator in the manufacture of wired and wireless communications. So we're the guys who invented communications and provide the bandwidth, whether it's your mobile device or when you connect into your office network in the morning.
Okay, so what's the highlight of your solutions?
So Commscope, being a worldwide leader in the provision of high-performance bandwidth network communications, we focus on ensuring that our customers receive the highest guaranteed performing solutions for both a wired and wireless perspective, whether it's an enterprise network within their data center or across a campus or a metro type environment.
Okay, so you are the pioneers in this industry?
Yes, the history is actually quite interesting. It dates back to Alexander Graham Bell, who invented obviously the first telephone system, and of course the simple copper twisted pair cable. In the late 80s, Bell Labs invented the RJ45 connector as well as fiber optic networks.
So you are considered the pioneers in this industry?
Yes, we pride ourselves based on the very early beginnings of this industry when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone and naturally needed a piece of copper to connect the two devices together. And it really started around the late 70s to early 80s with the invention of the first fiber optic transmission or communication platform, as well as on the copper front, the invention of the RJ45 connector, as well as UTP itself. And basically we've been first to market, fortunately, with every major global development being Cat5, Cat5e, Cat6, Cat6a, supporting 10, 14, 100 gig networks within our customers' environments.
So how do you think the connectivity consumers and the demands when it comes to connectivity solutions has changed over the years?
It's a great question. I mean, from a physical infrastructure perspective, obviously buildings their life cycle is typically 20 to 30 years. Similarly, the type of solutions that we manufacture and support our customers with typically last anywhere from a minimum of 10 to 20 years. So supporting multiple bandwidth migrations or active equipment that customers deploy within their network. So whether it's 100 meg or 10 gig, all the way up to 1,400 gig, we ensure that our customers' return on investment is for a minimum of at least 12 to 20 years.
Okay, so what are the challenges you face when you are providing connectivity solutions?
I would say the challenge is more in the general market education, in fact. So it's really assessing, a very simple analogy would be, there are different forms of ABS brakes on different motor vehicles, and each of them have different performance parameters. So whether traveling at 100 kilometers an hour and applying ABS brakes to a certain vehicle, you would stop in 60 meters, or a more high performance braking system would bring you to zero in 20 meters. So the similar applies in our industry. So it's really about educating what the standards require and also what performance beyond the standards will do for a customer's network as well.
So what are your plans for the Gitex?
So we've made some recent acquisitions over the last year where we've moved beyond the physical layer connectivity space to a more intelligent building solution approach. So we have two really interesting technologies that we're showcasing. The one is involved is deploying LED lighting infrastructure over a communication network infrastructure, where we basically have the ability to monitor, manage, and control each individual LED light fixture within the building environment, but also then controlling what happens within that environment. So if there's human movement that occurs within a particular floor space or sector, we have the ability to control, for example, HVAC systems, the overall energy usage within the building. So we're moving more into the analytics and the intelligent building space with one particular solution that we have on offer. The second is providing analytics for each and every device connected within the IT as well as the facilities environment, also enabling us to provide our customers with a solution to 3D visualize their entire building campus, and then also provide them with the ability to monitor and manage and then make changes and executive decisions based on how the environment is is performing from an efficiency standpoint, and obviously achieving their overall goals in terms of productivity and how to move towards a more efficient, intelligent building.
What kind of a growth have you been observing in the Middle East region over the past few years?
Fortunately, we've been very lucky in our space. You know, typically with the recession in 2009, naturally a lot of construction projects went on hold, and our business is driven really by the construction sector. Although for us, fortunately, our customer focus is really on the important high-end projects within the region. So typically those weren't put on hold. So we were fortunate enough to still secure and be selected as the technology provider of choice for those large projects. So we typically didn't have too much of an impact during the financial downturn. But that being said, we are seeing a lot more churn and change within the data center space. With virtualization, with new service providers entering the market, with existing enterprises or organizations wanting to deploy an infrastructure or a network solution to cater for future migration, equipment growth. That's really where we're seeing a lot of customers retrofitting into their current environments.
So what's your marketing strategy in the particular Middle East region?
So our marketing strategy probably falls behind the remit I mentioned earlier of education. So very much we focus on all enterprise IT departments and CXO type executives. We try and understand what their primary goals are, whether it be productivity, efficiency, improve their image, increase their efficiency, improve their revenue, reduce their expenses. And we basically analyze and review the different solutions where Commscope could potentially benefit them, and then we obviously advise on a consultative based approach, balancing the investment versus the return.
So what kind of expectations do you have from this Gitex?
I think for us it's very key to be more visible to our existing customer base. I think from a branding perspective, Gitex has been fantastic. The region has been very good to us in terms of supporting with the largest project installation base, and we feel it's very important to invest back into the market as well, and also really create some excitement around the new acquisitions, the new power of the technologies that we're able to provide these customers. So we're very grateful and thankful for the long-standing support that the region has given to us.
Thank you, and all the best with your Gitex.
Thank you very much.